Kuchiki Rukia's orb was not really that bad, but probably decent at best. But what about for Byakuya? Let's find out.
It's so cold outside. It's so cold
What's going on, Snow Squad? It's your boy Snow, and welcome back again for another video here in All-Star Tower Defense. And I believe that we are now finished, at least on those new banner units that we got. So there are only 3 actually, so Muzan, Inosuke, and of course, well, the newest 6-star Gojo. And this time, guys, it's now gonna be some orbs and, well, Byakuya, the guy on my shoulder. Not gonna lie though, I already have forgotten his existence, but yeah, apparently he got an orb, so that will be a form of buff for this dude. And if I can remember it correctly, Byakuya is actually a decent unit when it was released, and he's even a full AoE, so I'm not really sure how this new orb will actually affect him. But anyway, guys, for those who were wondering, this is gonna be his orb. Blooming Orb. Initial damage would be increased by 800%, upgrade damage will be increased by 2,000%, and of course the requirement will be, well, none other than Byakuya. But anyway, guys, like what I mentioned earlier, Kuchiki Rukia, which is gonna be his sister, got her own orb, and also she's already a 6-star unit here in ASTD, but that doesn't mean that Byakuya has no chance to be more OP than her. But anyway, guys, let's now jump into an infinite mode run and let's see and test the limit of this new buff for Byakuya. Let's go. As usual, guys, this run would not represent how good of a unit Byakuya is, simply because he cannot really hit air units. That's also the reason why we have here Ichigo, a 6-star, just to assist us, you know, to slow them down, and also our Goku God to assist us on killing those air units. Of course, guys, the story will be different if the orb that Byakuya received will actually change the way how he works. But of course, we have here Merlin and at the same time Erwin here just to buff him up. And at the same time, guys, keep in mind that my Byakuya is only level 80. In fact, he was only level 20, so I just upgraded him to level 80 at least for the stats to be a little bit decent, so at least you guys know, I guess, that the damage that we will be seeing here will not even be his maxed out. So yep, those are some of the things that you guys should know, I guess. But for the meantime, I'm just gonna probably max out our Bulmama farm so that we can place our 8 Byakuyas without any problem later. Okay, guys, we're now back and let's just go straight to our Byakuya. So 555 cash for you to place him. You know what? I don't really care. I think that he is not really like an expensive unit, so we're just gonna place him here. But most likely we are going to change it depending on his range, because I already have forgotten his range, guys. All right, so right off the bat at level 80, he now got 1772.1. SPA will be 7 and range will be 15, and well, semi-AoE cone will be like this. But keep in mind, guys, the Byakuya is actually not an OG unit, but definitely one of those older units already, because I believe that he actually arrived probably 2 updates after Fujitora. So anyway, guys, going straight to his very first upgrade, 400 cash, and let's now do it, boys. 4,779.3. So still gonna be the same SPA and range. So far, Kuchiki Rukia is still smiling. All right, so let's now do his second upgrade, 500 cash. And look at that, guys. His semi-AoE cone is now a little bit wider, and he also gained a little bit of additional range, 23 total range now. SPA is now 6.5, and his damage would be 7,974.45. I can't really remember the total damage of a level 86-star Rukia, but keep in mind, guys, that that is a 6-star unit, and Byakuya is only a 5-star unit. So I think that probably will explain why, if ever, you know, she will still end up having more damage, I guess. But anyway, let's now move on to his third upgrade. And here we go, guys, 11,357.55. So his upgrade bar is very, very old. So as you guys can see, 6 upgrades only. So I guess that at the moment, 11,000 is not really that bad. All right, so let's now move on to his next one, 1,000 cash. And there you go, still gonna be semi-AoE cone, and his total damage now is 15,116.55. So at this point, guys, I think that you still cannot use him even though you are on story mode because, well, definitely Paper Beauty would would be a lot better, or probably if you have, you know, like my boy Todoroki, then that would be much better, but well, of course, guys, he's not maxed yet, so let's now move on to his next upgrade, 1,400. Let's now do it, and there you go, guys. Finally, he is now gonna be a full AoE unit, and ooh, look at that sexy damage, 20,003.25 already. His SP is 5.5, and his total range will now be 29. I actually have forgotten what's the total range of Rukia, but I'm sure that Rukia is also a full AoE unit and also a supporting unit, guys, because she's actually one of those OG units that has like the freezing effect. So I guess that right now Kuchiki Rukia is probably shaking because of this damage. So let's now max our Oni-chan Byakuya. Let's now move on, and look at that, guys, 25,641.75. So it doesn't really matter, guys, even if Kuchiki Rukia can freeze those unit. And by the way, the reason why I'm comparing him to Kuchiki Rukia is because, well, you know, they are siblings, you know what I mean? So it's not because of some other reason. But anyway, guys, 25k or 25.6k damage, full AoE. Well, it's only about the range though. If his range is kind of like 50, I think that would have been, you know, really a lot better. But since his SPA will be 5.5, I think that I would actually say that he is now at least decent. Definitely not going to be a meta unit, but at least, you know, you will be able to find a use of him because of his damage. So since his range is only going to be like this, I think that the best placement for him will just be staying probably here, because we're also going to buff him out using our Irwin. And as you guys can see, he's barely covering some area here, guys. Yes, he's full AoE, but 29 range though. Like, it's been a problem for the orbs at least, because I think that for some reason they're only adding some multipliers on, you know, like the damage of the unit, but not really on the range. I think that they should now start putting some multiplier on the range as well, so that, you know, those orbs would be probably worth it, or most of the time be worth to get. And speaking of orbs, guys, it's not really scary as well to buy or use your gems to buy those orbs, because recently, at least after, you know, the trading system was introduced, even those units that has the orb itself, kind of like Mihawk, they are now tradable. So for some reason, guys, the developers actually decided to do that. So I'm not really sure why, because I mean, yes, there's already trading, but I don't think that you can actually trade some orbs, or can you? Not really sure about that. But if you can, you know, just imagine that, guys. If you can actually trade the orb, it would be really good for the market, guys, because those grinders would probably just trade those materials, not really the materials, but, you know, like those orbs, so that they can sell them and trade them, and yeah, probably get some collectible units. That would be really a good addition. And by the way, guys, wait, is he hitting? No. Okay, so as you guys can see, he is not hitting air units, so Goku is just flying by. So I guess that our decision for our Goku guide is actually good. All right, so we are going to use our Irwin Sasageo. Actually, maybe Merlin first. So we're just gonna place our Merlin here. There you go. And range booster. Oh no. Oh, we got reconnected. All right, so range booster. So it barely boosted his range, but I guess that it's still gonna be an additional, you know. So yeah, there's gonna be the range boosted version of his range. And for the damage, I think that we're not gonna place like a messy placement for our Shinzo Sasageo, so that, you know, it'll not be that hard, because I think that we should also buff our Gokus, so that we will be able to see, you know, like up until what wave can Byakuya actually defend, at least against those ground units. Okay, here we go, guys. Where's the Shinzo Sasageo? And level 80 max damage of the new version of Byakuya would be 7,000 or 76,924.75. But can you guys see what I'm seeing here? My man got a godly 69 damage on his, well, max damage though. I think that that's gonna be something for free, but I will take that any day. It's really gonna be OP. But kidding aside, guys, I mean, you can already see it. 76,924.75 at level 80, guys. Seems to not be, exceptionally good. But like what I've told you guys, even though his range is only 29, 5.5 SPA is probably, probably can be a reason why people can actually use him. I mean, at least, guys, his new max potential would probably bring you to, I don't know, like maybe wave number 50 or even 60. But like what I mentioned, guys, we have Goku God here, and soon enough, we are also gonna play some Mugetsu to slow them down, and both of them are actually dealing some damage as well. So, yep, I think that we're just gonna wait for those tanky units. Wave number 45 now, and as you guys can see, there's like literally one unit earlier here running around, and I think that we are now starting to fall off, and that's actually a little bit earlier than I expected. And by the way, guys, I tried my best to at least not let our, Ichigo to carry us, because this damage is gonna be like 42k. Even without Irwin's buff. So yeah, that's why I placed them here. So as long as we will be able to see some units already probably reaching the other side, like this part of the map, then that means that the damage of our Byakuya is no longer going to be enough. But like what I mentioned, guys, as much as possible, guys, if there's going to be like new orbs, especially if the orb is for a 5-star unit, as much as possible, just get it through grinding those materials. All right, so do not ever spend gems unless it's gonna be like really OP. Something like what was that? Goku GT orb, like the moon orb. I think that is one of those orbs that it's okay for you guys to spend gems, because I mean, you will be able to get a golden monkey. So it was really an epic orb, but of course it's gonna be a different story for our Byakuya. I mean, it's actually funny, guys, that like the moon orb was actually for a 4-star unit. It's probably still the best scaling orb that we got here. Of course, Ichigo 6-star also got like a pretty good orb, because it doesn't only buff his damage, but at the same time it actually gives him like an ability to hit those air units or to slow them down. So yeah, that was really a very good orb as well. But well, for Byakuya, guys, you can already see the max potential of his damage, 70k plus. I'm guessing that maybe max out probably 90k if he is like level 150, but I mean, there's no way that I'm gonna spend all of my remaining 5-star EXP units to our Byakuya. So yeah, as you guys can see, wave number 49 is here, and I think that wave number 50, guys, Byakuya would still be a very reliable, damager unit here. Of course, in reality, you would not only have Byakuya as your damage unit, guys, unless that you're probably doing a challenge, but yeah, I think that this is actually a pretty solid one. Wave number 50. I believe Byakuya's orb is only like a color red one. So it means, color purple? No, red. It's like the rare one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, might be wrong, guys. Might be wrong. But yeah, pretty sure the materials that you will be needing here is not really that much. So pretty sure that you would be able to get the orb probably 5 runs or maybe even more. It depends on how many waves you are, staying. Yeah, but I think that right now, he is also decent at best. Ooh, wait a second. Wave number 51, and some of the units are now passing through. Well, they're already bleeding, so it's kind of like a one clap only and they will be eaten, but still, I think that the 5 seconds SPA is no longer enough, guys. Only on wave number 52. So that goes to show that he is not really for those, stacked players, unless that you are like me, probably creating content, or maybe you have like any other reason. But if it's gonna be about, to improve what you can do on infinite mode, definitely this orb is not for you. But at least the orb actually made him damage kind of like one of those filler units on a recent update. But still, if you do not have Byakuya, so do not try to even get Byakuya, and at the same time, do not use your gems to buy his orb. Yeah, we are no longer killing, or we are barely killing some of these mobs. And of course, there will be also some downtime that will make them damage less. And as you guys can see, In return, these enemies are now running through our Byakuya defense here, which is not really a good sign, but still, you know, like this is already like wait for 55. Actually, I can also do Merlin. I keep on forgetting Merlin, but yeah, I think that I should stop forgetting about Merlin because we badly needed at least the additional range that we are getting from Merlin. Otherwise, we're gonna be yeeted anytime soon here. Radar 55, and I think that I would consider Byakuya probably a damager unit, only good up until wave number 50, guys. I mean, even though we are now already on wave number 55, it's pretty obvious. It is pretty obvious, guys, that he just cannot be the guy, you know? Even though he's now decent, but yeah, still. You know, probably kind of like Rukia, but I would actually rather have like Rukia in my team. That is if I'm not gonna time stop, because, you know, like Rukia would mess up the time stop because of her freezing ability, but it's still gonna be a decent damager unit. Bro, we are now even at weight number 62, and I think that you now guys have the right to say that we are just getting carried by our Goku God. Because even though like you would be able to see some units dying here, but keep in mind that some of our Goku Gods are actually attacking them. So yeah, I guess that he's just probably best at the secondary damager unit. If it wasn't because of his range, guys, then would have been really a much better unit. But since the Ors doesn't give range, or at least his Or doesn't give him range, then yeah, just a secondary damager unit. But considering how old of a unit he is, I would still say that the scaling is actually not that bad. I mean, 70k, almost 80k, or probably even 90k, guys, max damage on level 150. I think that I would take that any day. So with wave number 63 now, there's no way that we would be able to crack down wave number 70, and there's no point of continuing to Shinzo Sasageo everyone here because he's no longer doing any damage. But yeah, I guess that that's gonna be the power of the new Orb of Byakuya. If you're a Bleach fan, let me know in the comment section below if you are one of Byakuya's fan as well, because I really think, guys, that Byakuya is a very good character, but on the season 1, he's really a very annoying Oni-chan. But anyway, that's gonna be pretty much it for this video, guys. Weight over 65, even weight over 66 is possible, but that was just because of our Goku God, and at the same time, you know, Ichigo slowing them down. So that's gonna be pretty much it for this video, guys. If you enjoy watching this video, don't forget to leave a like and of course subscribe. Use StarCode SNOW whenever you're buying Roblox. And as always, thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay cold. The Kuchiki siblings got their own orbs. Out.